Hey guys, today we are going to be showing you how to catch a horse, groom a horse, tack up a horse, and feed a horse a treat. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you'll do is you'll greet your horse on the left side, and then you will throw your lead rope over their neck. So you have some sort of control, like that. And then you will take your halter and get it all situated. And then make sure that the strap that you'll connect to the buckle is on the right side. So then you'll put the horse's nose through the buckle, through the nose band, and then you'll throw your strap up over the ears. You'll make sure it's in a good position. You'll just tighten however tight you put it, and then you'll do up your buckle. And if you have it long enough, I just like to tuck it through there. So yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna learn how to tie up your horse. I use a slip knot, and I go over the bar like this, or your hitching post, and then I come through with this side, like that, to where you have like 2 loops, and then you come make a loop with this side to go through, and then you'll keep on repeating that process. And once you get to the end, you'll take the end of your lead rope and just put it right on through that last loop. So if the horse likes to fidget with something, they can't just untie it by pulling it. So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna use this brush first because she is shedding, so I'm just gonna de-shed her really quick. So let's get started. Okay, so this is Tilly that I'm talking about. So I'll start here at her chest and on the bottom of her neck. There are crusties here, so I use the end that has what looks like the wavy part. So then I'll just start grooming her chest off, just like that. And then I'll get her shoulder and keep on going that way. So yeah. So when you go behind your horse, you're going to want to put your hand right here just so they know that you're here, and just telling them that you're here and stuff. So you'll just walk behind them with having your hand here, really close. So if they do decide to kick, it won't hurt it won't hurt too bad because their legs are all the way down here. And if you were to be way out there, then it will be a lot more power, and it might get you in the head or fatal places like that. So that's why you want to come close and just let them know that you're here. So yeah, cut. Okay, so now we're going to brush off with the hard brush. And so I'll start up here. Get all her. Okay, so now I will first start off with brushing off either underneath her mane, first you'll brush off on the top of her mane just to get all the crust off of her mane, like so. And then you will lift up the mane and brush underneath it. Always start up here at the head, and then you'll work your way back here, and then get the chest, and work your way back. And yeah. Okay, so I'll use this saddle pad today. All the rest are in the trailer. So I'll come this way, and I want the front of the saddle pad in my left hand if I'm throwing it up on the left-hand side of the horse. Okay, so I'll come here, I'll let my horse know that I'm here, and then I'll stand at the shoulder. I'll kind of open up my saddle pad a little bit because these are kind of stiff, and then I'll just throw it on up there. And then make sure it's in the correct place. I will feel up here for her withers, make sure it is up there because we have the wither protection. And then to make sure it's like the right way, like not too up there, not too down here. You just look at this line up here. If it's on the back, then that's good. And then you can also look on this other side. And yep, looks good. So yeah, saddle pad is on. Okay, so my dad is throwing the saddle on because this saddle that I have, it is a bit heavy for me. So yeah, there it goes. And yeah, so I'm gonna show you how to tack up really quick. Western. Okay, so my dad just threw up the saddle and he threw it up on the left-hand side, kind of using the same technique that I did with the saddle pad, like standing at the shoulder and then throwing it up. So come with me to the other side. Okay, so now come over here. So not all saddles do have breast collars. They all have cinches, but some have rear cinches. Mine doesn't, but a lot do. So I have my cinch stored up right here. And the way I did that is I just hung up the breast collar up there, and I put that through and hooked it up there. So I'll just drop the breast collar right there, and then I used this on a different horse last, so I will tighten this up really quick. Oh, dang it. It's not usually this hard, but I guess it is today. Cut. Okay, so I have it on the second hole, so the middle hole, so I'll just put it right on through. A lot easier to take it out. I mean, it's a lot easier to put it in than to take it out. So one thing is that you always do your cinch or girth first. Because if you were to do, say, have a rear cinch, and you were to do your rear cinch first, and your horse were to spook, break the lead rope, and run off, your saddle's going to come under here. So it's going to be sliding all over the place. But if you do your cinch first and they spook and run off, nothing's going to happen. The saddle's going to stay right there. So let's go to the other side. Okay, so I keep my latigo, this is this strap right here, in a tie. And if you've seen my last videos, you'll know how to do it. So, and then it's in this little sort of two loop type of thing. So I'll show you how to do that real quick. And it's a slip knot. So you'll grab your lead rope, or your latigo just about right there. Just a little cat. And then you will put it through your ring here, this end, and then you'll just pull it through here. Like that. And then I like to just tie it up. So then when you get your cinch underneath your horse, you'll just stick the end through and pull it through. So then you'll come through here again. And depending on how big your horse or how big your latigo is, depends on how many times you go through here. So I think I go through 3 times. Yeah, I do. So I'll just start this, and then I'll come through another time. There, and then back down, and I'll start to tighten. My cinch, it's not tight at all. I just left the tail hanging, so when I get on I know to tighten it. So I just did it nice and snug, or not, yeah, I did it snug, but not so loose it'll fall off. So I have that done. Now let's go to the other side to do the breast collar. Okay, now the breast collar, I have it hooked up to my saddle cord, so I'll just unhook that. And I'll untwist it if it's twisted. And then I will take this end and I just go around the horse. And come on, follow me. And now that I'm on this side of the horse, I will make sure that everything's nice and fit. little D-ring right here, then go ahead and put your breast collar through there if needed. So then I just do it on like the second to last. Yep. And then I'll just stick this tail through the little keeper right there. And then what I'll do with my breast collar is I will come right here, and I have this clip here, and I will just come right underneath, and then my stitch has a hook right here, and I will just clip my breast collar right on there so it looks nice and good, not too tight but not too loose at the same time. So yeah, that's how you pretty much tack up a horse. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and bridle. I have my reins detached for right now, so I'll come in here and grab it. We have a very nice tack room here. So I have my reins now. I just have these leather ones. I'm gonna drag me. Oh, I dragged my rope, but that's okay. I'm just gonna throw my reins over this floor. And now I'm gonna come up here to my horse, and I will go ahead and tell her that I'm here. I'll come over here. She knows that it's bridling time, so she puts her head up. Once I take her halter off, she should lower her head a little bit. So now I'll just undo the buckle. And if the horse that I don't really trust, will put the buckle around her neck, but since I trust her, I will just completely take it off. Now see, she's lowering her head. Now to bridle, you will go ahead and take this curb chain and then put your hand underneath the bit, so then you just kind of feed it to them. And once it's in, you should pull up with your other hand and then put it over one ear, come to the other side, put the other ear in, and then just make sure that the foreknot is through and looking nice. And if they have a bridle pass cut, just get that nice and sorted out. Like how I am now. I don't know if y'all could tell, but right when I took her halter off, she started lowering her head because she knows, oh, now it's bridling time. But sometimes she doesn't do that, but most of the time she does. So now I will just connect her reins. I'm just holding onto her bridle here. Grab her reins. Okay. I'll just throw them over her head. That. Flip them over that way. And then this is kind of just personal preference, but I like to make the little clip to the outside when you clip it on. That's really just personal preference. You don't have to do it, but if you want to, you can. Okay, so now that she's all nice and tacked up, I will lead her over here. And then I'll think, oh no, I forgot to pick out her hooves. And I forgot to put boots on. So then I'll come over here, and I'm not going to tie her with the bridle. She might be standing here for a little while. So I'll just uncook my reins on both sides, and I'll just put her halter on over her bridle. Maybe not. Okay, girl, we're just gonna have to tie you up. Okay, so now I'm gonna start picking out her hooves. Again, I'll just tell her to lift up her hoof. She'll do it. And I will start right here on the crack of her frog, and I will just start picking out on both sides on the crack of her frog. And it works pretty well. And then you'll just start to get out on the sole of her hoof. Okay. So now I'll just finish up picking out her hoof. And I'll make sure that I get in the crevices right here, so she doesn't, just to make sure that there aren't any rocks or anything in there that'll bug her too much. So then I will pick out her hoof, finish picking it out, and I'll get right there on the frog. And then I'll go up if I need to, this way, just to get really out right here get out all that dirt and mud and poop. So then make sure that's all cleaned out. And then that is what a clean hoof will look like. Okay, so now I will just again let her know that I'm coming, and she's really good about this, so she just picks it up. And then I'll just repeat what I did on the front foot. Cut. Okay, so one thing that I found is I like to put the bottom boots on first, or the bell boots on first. So let's walk right on here. And then I like the top strap to be facing the outside, so you know that this one will be her right hoof. So you'll come over here, and you'll just go ahead and put it around the hoof. I like to start kind of high up, so then I can just get all the hairs down. And then I like to hold this one right here and hold that. And then with my right hand, I like to pull it nice and tight. Like that. And then the top strap is facing the outside, so we know that this is on the right hoof, the correct hoof, and the right hoof. So I'll grab the other one, and I'll just repeat that process. Cut. Okay, so this says the left front. It's very faint because we've used these a lot, but still says the left. So I'll go on her left-hand side leg, and I'll just put it on like this with like the little crevice right there. And I like to do it like this because I like to do the bottom one first, so I know exactly where the top one will go. And all of these boots are different. Some might be completely different from these, but some are exactly the same. So I'll just pull it tight. I like to do the middle one first, and then I will do the top one, and then the second to last. And then with this last one, I'm just gonna completely take it around and pull it really, really tight around that. And then I'll just make sure that it's all nice and together. So then I'm just gonna repeat that on this foot again. Cut. So for her, she knows neck reining, so I do it with one hand. I move the reins with one hand. So to make her turn to the right, I put my hand to the right. And then to stop her, I'll pull back on the reins. And then to make her turn to the left, I'll pull to the left. And then to make her back up, I'll just kind of do both hands like this. Good job. And I'll reward her a little bit. And then to make her go, I'll give her a little bit tap with my spurs. And then to make her turn to the left, I like to use the outside leg. So that turns her a bit better. And then to turn to the right, I use my outside leg, which is my my left leg. So I was barely touching the reins here when I used my left leg. She's a bit better turning to the right than she is to the left. So yeah. Okay.
Hi everyone, so this is the day after I filmed the video because I didn't have time to edit the video yesterday, and I did say that I was gonna show y'all how to feed a horse a treat, but I didn't have enough time and I also forgot, so I'm sorry that I didn't do that, but this is my outro, so yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. I had a really fun time writing, and yeah, so bye-bye.